Here, welcome to my kitchen again, and we're gonna do a cooking stream. It's not gonna be anything huge or exciting today. It's just gonna be, well, some crawdads, and I'm gonna do it two ways. I'm gonna make a po' boy sandwich, and I'm gonna, oh, hang on. Gonna make a po' boy sandwich with it, and I am also gonna do some rice with it. And in the meantime, we need to thaw it. So let's wash out our sink here real quick. Also, I could probably take off my jacket and stuff, but I'll do that in a minute. First things first, we get our sink nice and clean so that we can thaw our crawdads. And what I'll be using tonight is actually pre-prepared meat. We're not going to be pulling the heads off the little monsters. It's actually pre-packaged, pulled out meat. So let's get our sink stopper in, which doesn't quite fit our sink. Get some water going here. Now, with that being said, what we want to do next is get some rice going. And luckily, come with me, I have got some rice. Let's see. Yeah. Hello, Ms. Duffy. How are you doing? I'm cooking crawdads, and oh, I need to change the little doolally up there. How you doing this evening? Let me get this going here real fast. There we go. Much better. How you doing this evening? Oop, I can probably turn that off. Let's see. Thank you. I actually was just about. Oh, I heard a pling. Someone followed or subscribed or something, and whatever you did, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That's awfully nice of you. Yeah, I actually was about to take it off because I don't need to be cooking in a scarf. But it's cold outside again. It snowed last night, so. That being said, I needed to stay warm. You know, I could do this every time, be like Mr. Rogers, you know, when he'd take off his sweater and put on the other sweater and all that stuff, except, you know, I'm not going to sing for you. Won't you be my neighbor? Hey, Shame, how's it going, man? You doing all right today? It's good to see you. Well, let me get my hair tied back and we will cook this rice. We only have a little bit of it left, so. Alright. So to start the rice, we're going to want a pot of water. And just turn that on to boil, which I could have probably started doing before I started the stream because, it's interesting. Got schmutz floating in my water. We cannot have that, so I will wipe that out real quick. A little more. Alright, let's try that. Much better. Alrighty, now, I don't need a whole lot of rice, and this stuff swells up big, because this is actually sushi rice. And so, in order to get it the same consistency and type of the fried rice that we want, because this is more of a Cajun style than an Asian style, I will be rinsing the rice after I cook it to get that like dry, grainy, fluffy separation that you get in a fried rice. This is not really suited to what I'm doing, but we're going to make it work. You can always make something work in the kitchen. And wanted to listen to music, but then you came along. Oh, well, thank you. Well, you know, I could do both. I could fire up some Jimmy Buffett or something. I think we only need about half a cup of this. So let's measure this out real quick. Yep. And away we go. I actually like this kind of rice very much. It's sold as Yuki no Kakera, which means snowflakes, but it is also known as California Milky Queen. And it's very tasty. I like to make onigiri with it. I like to make sushi with it, but today we're going to kind of repurpose it for some Ragin' Cajun Crawdad. And there we go. So, unfortunately, we get to watch rice boil for a few minutes. Now, for the lobster po' boy, the Crawdad po' boy, I do want to make a sauce because we'll make it kind of a crayfish salad and we'll toss it in kind of a mayonnaise sauce like a crab salad or something like that. And luckily, I've got some really cool ingredients for that today. So let's start by getting them out. And I'll also check on you guys over here. Oh, and I saw Miss Duffy, you said you love Mr. Rogers. That is awesome. I grew up with Mr. Rogers, and unfortunately, you know, he's... didn't he die? I mean, he's no longer with us, I don't think, but I mean, he's very much beloved and admired by everybody. But unfortunately, I ain't no Mr. Rogers. That said, ingredients here. Follow me over to the fridge, and we are going to get, okay, some ketchup. This is actually beetroot ketchup, but it tastes mostly like regular ketchup. It's just slightly less sweet. We want some mayonnaise, some sour cream. I'll bring them over for you guys to see in a second. And what else? Touch of mustard. Pickles. Where's my pickles? It's going to be kind of a cross between a cocktail sauce and a tartar sauce. You guys are going to like this. I'm missing something. Oh, yeah! Duh. My favorite hot sauce. Nah. This is actually made right here in Ohio. Touch of this. We want some garlic powder, little onion powder. Give me a second. Nope, we're gonna do chives. All right, so we have quite the array here, and I'm gonna start with a little bowl here, a little ramekin. And I'll turn you guys around so you can see it. Let's see. Just wanted to listen to... You know, Shane, you can listen to music and watch a stream at the same time. I do it all the time. And if you want to, you go right ahead. Because, I mean, the only thing that could make my stream more awesome is to have Persona music over top of it. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Persona, huh? I have not actually heard the soundtrack because I have not played the games. Blasphemy, I know. But, so, we start out with our bowl here. And I'm going to get a couple of spoons because we don't want to cross-contaminate anything here. So, we start out with a little squirt of mayonnaise. I'm not big on mayonnaise, but you need it to make a base for the sauce. And then we're going to get us some sour cream, which I like much better than mayonnaise. Although I do have a story about when I was a kid. I was at a Ponderosa Steakhouse, which had a buffet, as they do, you know. Sour cream, yum. And they had these churros, these little, you know, fried cinnamon sticks, and they were wonderful. And I was lathering them up with what I thought was whipped cream. But what it was is whipped sour cream. And I couldn't bring I need to stir the rice. I couldn't bring myself to eat sour cream for a long time after that. This is against Asian cooking rules, but it's going to be just fine. Here, I'm adding a little dollop of olive oil to the water to keep the rice from sticking. Now, I'll tell you, there's a Middle Eastern dish with sour cherries and rice that you can cook up, and you allow the olive oil to bake into a nice crispy golden disc at the bottom of the rice, and there's sour cherries in it and saffron, and ooh, I'm going to have to make that for you guys sometime real soon, but I absolutely probably could not do it with this particular kind of rice. So, a little ketchup here. Give me a second. Come on. Just a little bit. And I see that Ms. Duffy is going to lurk. Well, have a fun lurk, and I'll be right here, and if you want to chat, I'm here. Let me go put my ketchup away. And here we go. Next, we're going to chop a little pickle here and put it in here. And that's how this is kind of going to be a little bit like a tartar sauce. So, yes, this is certainly an appropriate knife to chop up one small pickle. We want it really, really little, because larger pieces will detract from the sauce. You want these very, very, very tiny. Throw those on in there. And we can put the lid back on that. Little touch of Lars mustard. It says it's spicy brown, but this is actually kind of a sweet mustard. Just a little touch of that. Little tiny dot of Worcestershire. Yeah, too much, but that'll be fine. Celery salt, because it's good. Not too much. Paprika, because it's also good. A little more of that. And I want some coriander in it, because that'll go good with the crawfish. And again, not too much. And last, but certainly not least, a couple of chives. And a little dot, not much, just a little dot of hot sauce. And I'm going to put it on the spoon and then stir it in, because I don't want too much. Now see, I've hit the counter with it there. That's wonderful, but with this particular sauce, that is enough for this amount. So, don't go too overboard with it. Oh, I forgot the garlic. I'm an idiot. Well, I'm not an idiot, but, you know, I wasn't paying any attention. There we go. It ain't crawdads without garlic. Now, see, it turns a pretty creamy color. It's not, like, messy looking. It's not mishmash looking. It's just a nice kind of, a light tan, pink, almost white. But it's you know, a pinky, creamy color. And that's about the right consistency for it. If you like it a little sweeter, you can add a little more of that beetroot ketchup. But, oh, that's perfect. That's absolutely what that should be. Oh, let's check on our rice here real quick. and see what's going on. Hi, everyone. Oh, yeah, I put it over here. Yeah, I could probably turn that down a bit. Yeah, I'm glad I put that oil in there. It's helping it not to stick. But you guys can see from the stove cam how glutinous this rice is. We are going to need to wash it if we want to use it as fried rice. And I'll get out the ingredients to do that in a minute, but first let's put all of our other stuff away. Be right back. You're downloading what into your laptop, Shane? There we go. I also have something cool for later. Sheep cheese, spreadable. There we go. Let's see if this is ready for human consumption yet. Nope. The grains are still hard. So we'll let that go a bit. Matter of fact, I might add a little bit of water to it. So we get another ramekin, and we just throw that in there gently. And then I'm back. So the crayfish, let me check on you guys real quick. Playing only local games online, I see. So yeah, our crawdads are pretty much thawed out here. Oh, I'm gonna turn that down a little too low. Our crawdads are pretty much thawed out, so I'm gonna drain the sink here. And we're gonna cut them out of here and cook them up. Now, in doing so, you're probably going to want to get some herbs and spices ready for them because why not season them up while you're cooking them, right? Even the ones we're going to toss in there are going to be spiced, but we're also going to want ones for the fried rice. So, that being said, I'm going to get some oven mitts and move this over to the other burner so that we can start on the crawfish. There we go. Okay. Now, first things first, pan. Butter, still got the same roll. What do I need? Yeah, that's probably about it. Turn that down. Where'd it go? No, seriously, where's my garlic? Oh, I put it away. And in the wrong spot. I'm off today. Okay, garlic, paprika, celery salt, coriander, and if I can find some sage, we will use that. Ah, here we go, sage. You could also use bay leaf powder. Well, no could about it. I'm going to use both. We're going to Cajun this right on up. Okay. So, what am I forgetting? Onion! Onion! Do I have an onion? I have one. The question is it any good? If not, we'll use artificial. Oh yeah, cool. Perfect. Looky, looky. Good onion. So, let's just peel this and I'll show you guys what I'm doing here. Come on. Let's cut up an onion together. This is not the newest onion, but it'll be fine. Nice. So it still looks fine. Though. Here we are. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Had a little trouble tonight. I thought I could get away with using the same cutting board I did for the pickles, and unfortunately it's a little small for our purposes. There we go. Onion! Yay! I'll come and get more in a second. There we go. Some shallots would also be great in this. I love shallots. They're very tasty. Well, looky there. We'll like a nice big one, just for some color and flavor and all of that happity crappity. Okay. Very nice. Oh, let's check on our rice, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to bring you over here with me. And whoopsie. Yeah, we need to throw a little water in there, don't we? That doesn't hurt anything because we're going to rinse this rice anyway. And I know it's kind of anathema to the point, but hey, what you gonna do? We're trying to make frying rice out of glutinous rice. So you work with what you've got. Unfortunately, it might shake out to where what I've got is a mess. That being said, get a knife, get some butter. That's too much for the moment. And we'll start that going. And I could also slide this butter over here so it's not going to melt next to the stove. A little salt in our pan to keep everything from sticking. I'm also going to add some black pepper. So here we go. Turn that down a bit. Probably ought to rinse the crawfish too. Where's my thing? I've got scissors around here somewhere, I know it. Okie dokie. Alright guys, get a gander at this. Crawfish. Yum. Let's rinse it. In cold water, mind you. Don't rinse it in hot water. It does not like it. ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Handful of crawdads. Ha ha! There's a lot more there than I thought there was. Alright, we can turn this off now. I think that's done and ready. Now I need that other piece of butter. Okay, we'll huck that in there. A little bit of bay leaf powder, because why not? You can get powdered bay leaf, by the way, which is cool. Celery salt, a must. A little more, because it's good. Coriander. Also good. Man, you can smell that celery salt. It's wonderful. Garlic. Paprika. Plenty of that. Sage. And if I had some chervil, I'd put it in. But I don't. And I'm sad about it. Little black pepper. And I would like very much to get some pink pepper in there. So I think I'm going to. But that will require that I grind it. So, come with me and I'll show you guys another trick. It is a coffee grinder that I absolutely do not use for coffee anymore. Ever. I use it to grind Casca bell peppers and to grind pink peppercorns. And tonight, we are going to do that second thing. So, pink peppercorns. Put a little sprinkling of them in there. Not much, just enough for flavor, because these things are strong when you grind them up. Cover your ears. Ooh, you can smell them. And there you have it, ground pink pepper. Wonderful. All right, I'm going to stir that in just a second after I put this away. So come on over here and let's see how you guys are doing. Sitting tight? Good. Oh man, I cannot tell you guys how good this smells. And I think it's actually already ready already. So we're actually going to turn that off. And now we have to drain our rice. And I only have one strainer, so I need to clean the crawdads out of it, just because they're raw crawdads and not cooked ones. So you need to wash your strainer properly in that case. They're not cooked crawdads, they're raw dads. Yeah. I'm sorry. You can also tell where someone is from whether they call them crayfish, crawfish, or crawdads. I grew up in Indiana. And so for me, they're crawdads. All right, where's my oven mitts? Here they are. Now this is going to be a bit of a weird step. Like I said, look how glutinous this rice is. I could make some rice balls with it right now. Some onigiri with like the little seaweed wrappers on it. You know, the nori and maybe a little umeboshi, a little pickled plum in the middle, and it would be wonderful, but that's not what this is for tonight. So, we're going to hit it with some water, cold water, and we're going to rinse it out. And we're going to strain it, and we're going to wash it a couple of times. And I know this seems weird, and I'm sure there's some chefs out there watching going, no, what are you doing? Are you crazy? Well, listen, trust me, it'll work, and this is the only rice I've got tonight. So, it'll be fine. It will taste delicious. I've done it before. I know what I'm doing. No, it's not ideal, but it's going to be tasty. So let me get a spoon and stir out what's sticking real quick. There we go. Now we pour it into our strainer. And slop a bunch of rice everywhere because we're not being careful. Now see, we've got, well, I can't show you because it's leaking. Rice in a strainer, see? Cold water. Turn that down a little bit. And let's just rinse it out carefully till all that glutinous glop is gone, because we want it to not stick to itself, because what we want is to make it fluffy for fried rice. And again, this is not the right kind of rice for that, but we're going to make it the right kind of rice for that. You'll see, it's going to be great. But at home, you could save yourselves a lot of time and aggravation by getting the right kind of rice. All right, we're going to move this off to the side. And we're going to get another pan. Oh, yes. There we go. A little bit of olive oil. Oopsie. On over here. We want a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of butter in this pan. And get it warm. And this rice is still going to want to stick to itself. So what I'm going to do is put it in a little bit slowly. See what I mean? You could still make a nice rice ball with this. As much as I've rinsed it, it's still sticking to itself. So we are going to put it in a little bit at a time and get our other ingredients so that it can't stick so much. Luckily, our other ingredients are these delicious looking crawfish. Yum! That could be turned down just a little bit, please, and thank you. And I want to leave just enough of this left so I can make a nice crawfish po' boy. I also want to drain the juice off for the rice. There we go. See, that's going to be for my sandwich. Mmm. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. I'll turn that down too low. Now, that rice has no flavor. So we're going to fix that. Where's my salt? A little salt, a little garlic, a little paprika, a little bay leaf powder, and a little hot sauce. Oh yes. Again, be careful with the hot sauce. See that? See how much I put in? That's about all you need of this. It has a wonderful flavor. And if you want something really, really hot, yes, lather it up on your taco. Or, you know, your tostada or whatever it is you're eating with it. Great on wings, but for wings, again, a little drop. Good flavor, lots of heat. Any of your favorite hot sauces will do. I just happen to like this one. Perfect. Get a little more rice in here. Drain it real good because we don't want to throw a whole bunch more water in here. Let's see how you guys are doing, by the way. Should install it. Yes, I would love to install that so we can play a game. That would be awesome. We also need to play Unreal Tournament sometime real soon. There we go. And here we go. Rice. Let's spice this up again. Each grain like a little polished jewel. Alright, salt. Paprika. And I'll tell you what I really want in this thing is some onion. So. Because I like onion in rice. And last but not least, a little bit of tomato. Well, this is actually beetroot ketchup, I think. Is there tomato in this? Apple, beetroot, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. So there's actually no tomato in this ketchup, but I don't have anything tomato, so we're going to use beets instead. It tastes the same in this instance, but we just want a little something red in here. Oh yeah, that's going to be great. You could use regular tomato ketchup if you have it, or tomato paste, a little pinch of sugar and a little tablespoon of some sweet vinegar, like an apple cider vinegar or malt vinegar. But either way, just stir that right on in there. And wait for the color to even out. That is choice. That is really good. Needs salt. Needs a little celery. A little more. And it needs a little paprika. Also a little more of the hot sauce. Rice requires a lot of spice because it sucks up the flavor. Can't get it to come out. There we go. Now it's Cajun. That is good sauce. You can always add a little dash of that afterward too. Alright. Keep tasting it, and whatever it needs, add to it. Right now I'm throwing a little more garlic into it, and I keep putting my onion away, and I shouldn't. There we go. Yeah, I'm leaving it out. Wait. Oh, that was my rice spoon. It's fine. What do you guys think? Isn't this looking pretty? It's tasting pretty too. Oh yeah. I'm going to put that down real low, because what we're going to do next is make a crawfish po' boy. And I don't have like the hoagie bread for it, so we're going to do it on rye bread. Which will be great, because rye bread is delicious. Now, you guys over here are in front of my toaster oven, so I'm going to have to unplug you and move you over here. Okay, now, we have got pumpernickel rye. It is tasty, nutritious, delicious, and tastes just like rye bread. Because it is. Eh? Some people also call it swirl rye. It's delicious. It's pumpernickel swirled with rye bread. And we're going to huck that into the toaster for about 5 minutes. And then I need to go stir this. And I'm actually turning that off because it's done. And I'm just going to kind of let it sit and coagulate a bit. Oh, hot, hot, hot. Rule number 1 of cooking, do not scald your tongue. All right. So let's see here. Bowl. We have a bowl. And we're going to set it here. Let me put my rice and stuff away real quick. Slide this off to the side and turn you guys around here. Okay, so what we've got is a bowl, obviously. And we are going to add to that bowl the other half of the crawfish. And onions and all that good jazz. Real quick, let me bring you guys around here. As always, best to wash your pan while the mess is still fresh. So we're going to do that real quick, and then I'm going to finish off making these lobster po' boys, and then I will let you guys get on with your evening. Oh, probably turn that on so you guys can see. Actually, the overhead light might be better. Give me a sec. There we go. We'll just wash our pan here real fast. And this is going to be great because between the rice and the sandwich, it's going to give me like 3 days worth of food. Alrighty. And I didn't bring a towel over here, which will be alright, but give me just a moment. Okay. Now, we are going to put together our Crawdad salad for our po' boy. Now, you remember that sauce we made earlier? Well, you just put it right on in the crawdads. And that's it. You stir it around a bit. And there you have it, Crawdad salad. Let's taste it. That's going to be wonderful. Now, if I had been smart, what I would have done is got some lettuce to put on the po' boy along with this, because this is much better with lettuce. I don't think I have any, because I did not plan ahead. So let me go check and make sure that I don't have any lettuce, which I'm fairly sure that I don't. And after that, we will make this sandwich. Lesai, no lettuce. Ah, well, c'est la vie. Our lobster po' boy today will be lettuce-free, sadly. But that would be really good, so remember that. Put that in the sink there and rinse this off. Our toast is almost done, and when it is, we will build ourselves a nice little sandwich. Let's check on this. Yeah, it's almost there. I want it a little more crispy because this is kind of a liquidy sort of thing. I mean, it shouldn't be runny or anything, but because it's moist, you want the toast fairly well done so that it doesn't get mushy when you stick this on it. So that said, it's probably about done. I'm going to go check on you guys, and I'll be right back. Noisy! Hey, how's it going, man? It's good to see you. When did you get in here? I'm cooking up some crawdads and fried rice, and making a crawdad po' boy sandwich with some crawdad salad. It's Crawdad Day. And probably given where you live, you probably may call them crayfish or crawfish. I grew up in Indiana, I call them crawdads. How you doing, man? Thanks for coming by. Guys, if you guys, oh, my toaster's done. If you guys have not checked out Noisy Boy Jr. yet, please go and check out his stream. He plays video games. He is awesome. So go and give him a follow, give him a subscription. Go and see Noisy Boy Jr. because he is cool. Let me get my toast out of the oven here before it burns real quick. There we go. Whoop, 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 whoop. See? Perfectly toasted marble pumpernickel rye bread. Now, I was just telling them I didn't remember to get any lettuce for this. Otherwise, I would put the lettuce down right here where you see no lettuce, which is sad because I like lettuce. That being said, I'll probably have enough for 2 sandwiches. So my second sandwich will have lettuce. And you just spoon this out on here. And we're going to get us some crawdad salad going here. Yeah, that's enough for 1 sandwich. We'll just push that together and we'll cut it in half. Give me a moment, guys. me go see what Noisy's up to. So good. Just got into bed to relax for the evening. Oh, jeez, man, you got to get up at 3 o'clock to work? That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Here's what we're going to do, actually. I'm going to transfer this to a larger plate, and we're going to put some of this crawfish fried rice on with it and make it look nice. Give me a sec here. Man, that is good. Okay. There we go. Get some of these crawdads right up top. There you go. And you can garnish that with a sprig of parsley. You can put a little of anything you want on it. You can even garnish it with some lime juice, which is really good. But I'm saving this lime for something else. So what I am going to do is get a little lime zest on it, just for fun. That smells so good. Oh yeah, that's going to be wonderful. All right. So, we have crawdad po' boys and a crawdad fried rice. What do you guys think about that? You guys look at my dinner, and I'm going to go and check on chat and see what you're up to. I'll be right back. Got to get the Cajun seasoning for the crawfish. Actually, Noisy, I put together some Cajun seasoning for the crawfish. Let me show you what we got over here in the lineup real quick. We have got garlic powder, we have got onion powder, and I'm going to put them away as I talk about them so I can clean my kitchen at the same time. Garlic powder and onion powder, which go here and over here respectively. We've got paprika and sage. The sage is not necessarily necessary, but I like it a lot. We have got coriander and bay leaf powder, which is always amazing. We have red peppercorns, which I ground in a grinder. We have got celery salt, which is a must. Salt, black pepper. And I threw in a generous dose of hot sauce. So it's Cajun enough for me. Plenty of garlic and onion and all those wonderful flavors. And of course with the lime zest, it really just brings everything out. So this is our dinner this evening. There you go. Very cool. Yeah, shame if you're going to program that, you need to get started. If it wants to stack up to the last one, I figure if you're going to do it single-handedly, you could finish by 2047, maybe? At any rate, you guys, thank you so much for coming and cooking with me. Oop, let's stand up here. Thank you so much for coming and cooking with me. I really do appreciate it, and I am glad to have you all in my kitchen. I am going to clean up this mess. I'm going to go eat because I am starving, and I am going to go throw the host over to somebody else. So if you guys have suggestions, please throw them in the chat real quick. Otherwise, I'm just going to pop over there and see who's streaming and pick one of them randomly and throw it over to them. Shame, Noisy, Ms. Duffy, anyone else who happens to be here who came by. Thank you so much. And for whoever followed or subscribed, I don't have like the notifications where I can see them, and I will look and thank you personally later. But for right now, whoever you are, thank you so much. Y'all have a wonderful evening. I'm gonna go check and see who I'm throwing the stream over to, and I'll be right back, and then I'll bid you guys a good evening. Let's see. We've got Man Pants or Ellie B. I think we're going to throw you guys over to Man Pants. What do you think? We're doing it. Bye, guys. And thanks again, Noisy.